Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. Good morning. Welcome. Good morning, Miss Lowe. Good morning. It's going to be a good day. Good day. Good morning. Everything is so slow over here that, meaning when I say something, it's like almost a good 15 seconds behind before it shows up over here. Good morning, Grand Rising, Miss Margaret. Good morning. Good morning. It's going to be a great, amazing day. You be safe out there, Margaret. Good morning. It's going to be it's going to thank you guys for the prayers. Yesterday was a rough day. I was tired yesterday. Losing a family member is never fun. It's never what you ever want to go through. So thank you for your prayers. I appreciate that. And this morning, I'm ready. Yes, ma'am, it is. All right, so let's get started with the introduction so we can get right into it because I want to talk about some things this morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. Let's pull this chair up, shall we? It absolutely is very real. All right, welcome to the Fearless Morning Show where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy special. So what better place to be than here with me? Please make sure you share the show with all your friends, your family. If they don't watch Facebook, send them to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. If they don't do that, we have the podcast that's on 14 different platforms. They can listen to it there. They can read any of the 7 books. They can watch the movie The Last Time, honey. They can do whatever they like. Tell them I said good morning. Yeah, I saw the price on that chair, Margaret. It is the most amazing chair. I can't wait to get it. That's going to be, listen, that would be my next investment because I need one. I want a blue, like a navy royal, not navy, like a royal blue because that's my favorite. So y'all, let's go right into the quote of the day. I have everything ready so you can pre-order the Fearless Morning Show notebooks, and they will come. I'm actually going to put a few pages in there from this year that will have the Fearless Morning Show quote. We'll have the thought of the day, and you'll have a space to write your notes. And then, so I'll put a few, maybe a month worth of Fearless Morning shows in there. And then after that, you'll have a space to write the quote of the day, the thought of the day, and any takeaways that you have from that. That should be ready today so you can pre-order those. So I'm excited about that. Your girl's been working hard. Absolutely. Absolutely, Margaret. Absolutely. And also, May, I am speaking at the Queen's Roundtable. I'm one of the keynote speakers there. So make sure, and that's a free event. And I've posted all over my page, so make sure you do that. Also in the month of May, I will be in Canada. So this will be my second Canada's considered another country. So second international speaking with Rustic Affairs, and we're talking about the keys that you really need to live past crazy. So I will be posting that as well. If you follow me on Instagram, then you saw the post for it already. So make sure that you do that as well. So the quote of the day, and we have 2. Believing in yourself and all that you are, know that there's something inside of you that's greater than any obstacle. That's by C.D. Lawrence. Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there's something inside of you that's greater than any obstacle. Oh, thank you, Margaret. I appreciate it. The second quote is, I am moving along my life path and progress is being made today. I am ready, so may it be. And that's by Sean Fontaine. And I love that. That is just the motivation I needed this morning. I am moving along my life path and progress is being made today. I am ready, so may it be. So may it be. So may it be. So if you're moving along your life path today, so may it be, honey. You are making progress on this wonderful, absolutely most amazing day ever. So today, I want to talk about it's time to eat. So I often go through my journals. Like I woke up this morning feeling some type of way, so I went through my journals and I came across this note. Now you can't read it because my handwriting is bad. Good morning, Tammy. I forgot to call you back yesterday. I'm sorry. So I was going through my journal this morning. I came across this note. And I think this is from 2017. And it made me think about something. So I wrote down, and this is where I got the title from, Time to Eat. You eat on the level of your vision. You will eat on the level of your vision. Not only will you, but you are eating on the level of your vision, meaning you are consuming the thing right now that you have the vision to consume. You are eating on the level of your vision. So whatever you're living in life right now, that is the level of food that you're able to consume. That's your level of vision that you're able to eat from now, right? When you desire more, you consume more, and you will eat differently. When you desire more, when you consume more, you eat differently. So you are eating at the level of your vision. And in this note, I talked about turtles and giraffes. Yes. Oh my God. I go back and read it and I was like, it's mind blowing. In this note, I'll talk about turtles and giraffes. When you're built to be tall, you will endanger your position if you lower your perspective. When you're built to be tall, you will endanger your position if you lower your level. Absolutely, Margaret. So if it's time to eat, good morning, Joshua. If it's time to eat, and we are all eating on the level of our vision. So what I am consuming mentally, emotionally, physically is on my level of vision. Okay. I write it down for me, Margaret, so I don't forget. Oh, I can see now that you share things. Oh, that's cute. Facebook, thank you. You eat on the level of your vision. So whatever you're consuming now is when you desire, is your level of what you think you can consume it. That's what your body can handle at this moment. When you desire more, you're going to eat more. You're going to consume differently. Now this is my thought process this morning, and this is what I've understood. Like when you're built to be tall, you will endanger your position if you lower your perspective. So if I'm eating on this level, right? If I'm eating on this level, I cannot go back down to another level. I will endanger myself. My health is at risk. My mind is at risk. Honey, I may potentially die. It is that serious. Thank you, Margaret. So as we are eating on the level of our vision, right? Whatever you're consuming right now is what you assume is the vision for your life. So as you begin to eat differently and do things differently, your taste buds, your palate is going to change. How you see things is going to change. Listen, I've always wanted to be tall. I'm 5'2", and I was always the one who wanted to be tall. But if you are tall When you are built to be tall, meaning when you are built to be different inside of your family, when you're built to be different inside of your group of friends, when you're built to be different inside of your people, right? When you're built to be different, you're going to stand differently. And you cannot lower yourself to change your perspective of what you see. Because when you're standing tall, you see here. When my vision is here, I see things differently. That means I may not be able to comprehend very well when people say I can't do something. Right? Right, Margaret. Honey, don't cheat me out of my points. Out of my points for my height. I want them all. So as you think about that this morning, as you're seeing different and you're eating on your level of your vision, here's some questions. Is what you're consuming now feeding you good enough? Are you still hungry after you eat? Are you still hungry after you eat? So you're living here and you're eating at the level of your vision. As you're eating, as you're consuming your day, as you're consuming your thought process, are you still missing something? Like, I want something sweet, but I don't know what I want. I want a good meal, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. Are you missing something? What is that thing that you're missing? And it could be you may need to change your vision. So the point of the Fearless Morning Show, and this is my whole thought process this morning, because what I'm doing is I'm working through some things, right? Come on, Margaret. I'm working through some things, business, so that I can offer you more other than the Fearless Morning Show. The Fearless Morning Show is my opportunity to give back freely, period. Right? The point of the Fearless Morning Show is to introduce you to something different. It's to introduce you to something different, get you to try new food. If it's time to eat, the point of the Fearless Morning Show is to get you to try new food, to add some color to your life. Add a fruit and a vegetable in here. Give you a juice, to give you something different to digest, a different way to think mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. That's the point of the Fearless Morning Show. Now, when we get to Team Abundance and we get to the Sister Rise retreats and we get to the books and we get to the workshops, this is a different space to allow you to consume more so that you truly eat differently. You're not tasting it. You're truly consuming it and eating different, because now you have tasted something from the Fearless Morning Show, or for whatever book you've read, honey, apply this to throughout your whole life. Now your taste buds have changed. So now you can consume things differently. You can eat them differently. Insert my note. When you're built to be tall, you will endanger your position if you lower your perspective. So when you begin to eat differently, in the minute I want to go and eat a cheeseburger and some French fries, and I do sometimes. I ain't gonna tell no tale. I do. I want a piece of chicken. I do, but I also pay the price of that. That right there. When I lower my perspective, I endanger myself. So I've been eating a certain way. So now when I'm like, oh, but I want a cheeseburger and French fries, and I eat that, and if Tammy is on, Tammy will know. She's been around me, and she'll say, what did you eat? Because I'm like, oh my God. And I'm in physical pain. Like, it ain't, oh, my stomach hurt. Like, I'm in physical pain. It's because I have lowered my perspective. I have changed what I've eaten so drastically that my body rejects what I'm eating. Right? Come on. Absolutely, Josh. You have to have an open mind. Yep. To live past crazy, Margaret. That's what it's all about. And so if you were built to be tall and you endanger yourself when you lower your perspective, meaning you changing your vision to look somewhere other than where you need to be, you endanger yourself. Now, I get physically ill. And, oh, Tammy's still here. Tammy will have to hear my mouth. Tammy, my stomach hurt. And Tammy's a nurse. Tammy, what can I take? Is she one of them nurses? She ain't checking for no parts of that. Didn't I tell you not to eat that? First of all, did you know you shouldn't have ate it? You knew you shouldn't have ate it in the first place. So I don't want to hear it. No, ain't nothing you can take. Go on about your business. But when we change our perspective, if I'm meant to be different and I'm eating on a different level, see, Margaret, you feel me? I'm trying to tell you, it's a whole different level when you are eating on the level of your vision. You cannot lower your perspective to do something else. It won't work. You will physically be ill. It will hurt you. So the point of the Fearless Morning Show is to introduce you to different, to get you to taste something different, for you to desire more, so you can consume more, so you can eat differently. Good morning, Dee. So as your taste buds change, and as your taste buds begin to change, and as they have changed over the years, there's some things that my mother came to visit and she said, JoJo, I'm not fixing to eat none of this mess you got in this kitchen. So my mama, I took it to the grocery store and she made collard greens, honey. She put the ham, some side. If you're from the country, if you're good from Union Mills, you know what side meat is, which is really hog jaw. So she put some hog jaw over in the greens. She cooked the roast with potatoes and onions and carrots. Honey, we had corn. We had all the things. And JoJo filled her plate. I filled my plate with greens. I was like, I'm doing it in moderation. I'm just going to eat the greens, and I'll just eat a little piece of meat. Them greens are so good, but they were also cooked inside meat, which is pork. And my body doesn't eat pork. But in the minute as I was shoveling it down my face with hot sauce and vinegar and a side of onion, because, you know, I'm good in country, I felt real good, but I had to deal with the side effects of me eating something that I'm not used to. So when you begin to eat on a different level of your vision, of you seeing life, as you begin to eat on a different level, you desire something different. Your taste buds change. And if at any moment you decide, you know what, I want to go back that way, your body is going to be angry with you. Physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, pick one. It's going to be there. So you eat at the level of your vision. So if my vision is for the Fearless Morning Show to do this, I'm eating on that level. And this note's from 2017. When you're built to be tall, you will endanger your position if you lower your perspective. I've always been different. You can go to any teacher I've ever had. You can go to any professor I've ever had. I'll never forget Dr. Tom. And I was a senior. No, I was a junior. And he said, JoJo, he called me to his office. I'm here to tell you, you about to fail. He said, you are failing U.S. history. Now, I had took all the world history, so I wouldn't have to take U.S. history because I hate history first. But U.S. history, I just don't like it. You can't make me know the presidents. I don't know the states. I don't know the cities. Third, fourth grade, when they tried to teach you, I just could not comprehend it. It made no sense to me. And he said, JoJo, you're failing, and you're going to fail this class, and it's going to affect your GPA. Well, I'm on scholarship. I cannot afford for anything to affect my GPA. He told me that by the end of the semester, JoJo had an A. You're built to be different. When somebody tell me I can't, that is my cue to say, I'm going to supersede what you just told me I can't do. I'm just been built that way. And I don't know why. But it has always worked out in my favor. But when you're built to be tall, when you are built to be different among your friends, among your family, your community, your career, your job, you endanger yourself when you lower your perspective, meaning I can't lower how I think about myself because someone else does not understand how I think about me. So because you don't understand how I think about me, if I stop to allow that into my space, now I'm going to eat something different than what I've been eating. And it's going to endanger the ecosystem of JoJo. So you eat on the level of your vision. And when you desire more, you consume more and you eat differently. The whole point of the Fearless Morning Show is that if I can help one sister, one brother who can take it back to their family, who will then apply it to their community, then we will change the world one person at a time. The point of the Fearless Morning Show is to introduce you to something different, a different vision, a different thought process, a different way of saying, of showing you that whatever you desire is possible. The power of the mind is the most amazing thing. It's not to motivate you, inspire you. It's to make you think about something that perhaps you had not thought about before. And if you've thought about it before, letting you know that this is absolutely your safe place to continue to think that thought. Yes, you can have the job. Yes, you can do this. Yes, you can achieve that. Absolutely, you can pack up your kids and move across the country. Yes, yes, and hell yes. You can do all the things. That is the point of the Fearless Morning Show. Come on, Joshua. Hey to the men. And I'm sure you will work this out. So as you continue to stand tall, right? And your vision gets clearer. The taller you stand, the clearer your vision gets. Okay? Here's another note on here. The past has no power over the present moment. And that's by Eckhart Tolle. I don't know what I was doing on this day, but these are all the notes. We eat on the level of our vision. When you're built to be tall, you will endanger your position if you lower your perspective. The past has no power over your present moment. And that's by Eckhart Tolle. Believe in yourself and in all that you are. Know that there is something inside of you that is greater than any obstacle. 2017. I don't know what I was going through. I don't know why I wrote this down, but it is for somebody today. That is the point of the Fearless Morning Show, to allow you a safe space to think a different thought. Now, Team Abundance, Sister Rise Retreat, the books, the speaking engagements, all of that is a space for you to consume and eat differently. The Fearless Morning Show is just to get your taste buds wet, to try thinking something different. The retreat, Team Abundance, and all the other things are for you to actually to consume them and implement them. See, we can't, and somebody made a very good point yesterday. Absolutely, Joshua. Provide the possibilities of your future. Somebody made a very good point to me yesterday about my morning show. And when you guys give me, now I've had people give me, and Margaret knows this if she's still on here, constructive criticism that may not have been so constructive. And Margaret, in all her infinite wisdom, told me what to tell them of what to do with their criticism. Because I always like to double check with my circle. But if the Fearless Morning Show, me, is repeating the same thing from 3 years ago, then have I grown? So I went back and I looked last night. So what I do, I type up my notes. I keep them in two places. I keep them in Word and I keep them in an Excel spreadsheet. So on my Excel spreadsheet, I got the date, the quote of the day, the thought of the day, and any little side notes that I made. And I went back and I have it from summer of 2017 when we first started. And I looked at my thought processes. I looked at the titles and my notes. I have changed. Woo! It's a totally different JoJo from where we first started 4 years ago to where we are now. And that is the point of the Fearless Morning Show. If I'm going to tell you or share with you that you need to eat on the level of your vision, right? Then you can look at where the show started and see how the vision has gotten clearer and clearer as it has come along. How things have been implemented, how things have been set forth, how things are working. So from 2017 to now, right? Things should be a lot clearer. I'm not talking about the same things. We don't have the same mindset. So if the point of the Fearless Morning Show is to whet your taste buds, to give you a different palette so you can think different, let you know that this is your safe place to do all those things, then as I'm growing, you should be, not should, honey, this is your safe place. It is my wish that you're growing as well, and that the more you eat, the more you taste something differently, your taste buds are changing. So when the opportunity comes to be part of Team Abundance, Sister Rise Retreat, or whatever program out there that works for you, you are ready now to consume it. Because sometimes we purchase things, we buy things, or we say we're ready for it when we know we can't physically handle the thing that we said we want. So that means now I need to look at what can I consume at this place in my life. Where is my vision at now that I can consume and eat this thing? And what does that look like for me? What does that look like for me? So that means the conversations that I had in 2017, 2017, I'm going to make sure. The conversations and the topics that we talked about in 2017 are drastically different than what we're having now. And there's a common theme, absolutely, like your mindset and that thing. But we're standing tall and our vision is clear. Right, Margaret. Margaret said it's heavy. But as we are growing together, and as we are making this transition together to wherever you want to be, and as you're learning to eat different, as your taste buds are changing, as you are introducing new words to your palate, okay? You're introducing new words to your palate, meaning you are now saying words that you normally wouldn't say before. You're saying words like abundance. You're saying words like, I am a miracle. Things are miraculous. I'm qualified to be exceptional. You are saying those things and they don't hurt your stomach. Your mouth is used to saying them now. Your mind is used to hearing it now. So you've tasted it. It's like, you know what? That don't taste so bad. I like saying that I'm abundant. I like saying that there's peace. I like saying being peaceful, period. I like thinking this positive thought. And the more you taste it, the more you say it, the better it feels in your mouth, and the more you are fulfilled with that. Again, if we're eating on the level of our vision, am I satisfied with what I'm eating currently? If you ain't, then you got to figure that part out. Come on, we're going to hashtag change the world. I just washed that shirt the other day. If you want a hashtag change the world t-shirt, please make sure you reach out to Margaret. She has plenty of them and will gladly send you one. Honey, because it takes all of us to change the world. I come as one, but I stand as 10,000. That's Maya Angelou. Period. And so as I come as one, but I stand as 10,000, me and Margaret come as one, but we stand as 10,000 because there's 10,000s of us out there who are looking to change the world. One person at a time. So imagine if you taste something different. Have you ever went to your favorite restaurant and you went and told your friends, like, girl, we got to go eat here? I don't eat that kind of food, but you convince them to come eat that food, and they eat something different, and then they tell their family and they come and they eat something different, and they tell their friends and they eat something different. Ta-da, that's the Fearless Morning Show. That's Margaret in the mornings. That's whomever. Insert, if Miss Nicole is on here, Miss Nicole, that's you and your husband's show. That is you introducing new palettes to people so that they know that there's something different out there. And as they know that, they then tell somebody else. And that, friend, is how we change the world. But if we never tell people, like my friend Kim introduced me to, I got my shirt too, Cree. Right, Joshua, one person at a time. My friend Kim introduced me to sushi 2 years ago. I swore up and down I would never eat it. Like, it's nasty. First of all, it's raw. I'm not eating it. I don't like salmon. Like, I had all the things, right? She was like, JoJo, just taste it. And she gave me the, what I get, a California roll. And then she dipped it in the sauce. I was like, okay, Kim, I'll taste a little bit of it. But she made me eat the whole roll. And Kim can tell the story way better than me. Because I was at work And I was like, Kim, no, she shoved it in my mouth. And I was like, ew. And I was like, oh. I was like, oh. I was like, this is amazing. I then took the rest of her sushi and ate it for myself. From that point on, the next week, we went to the sushi buffet. Honey, JoJo lived her whole best life. Who knew I would like eel sauce? That's disgusting. Honey, put on some sushi. It's good. Girl, that wasabi. Let me tell you, when I figured out how to operate them darn chopsticks, it was on and popping, because what JoJo was doing was, in all of my North Carolina-ness, picking up the roll and dipping it in the sauce and popping it in my mouth. So disrespectful. But somebody had to introduce me to a different palate. Margaret, you already know I know about sushi at Publix. Oh, Tammy know about the sushi. Tammy was there when I was eating all the sushi, and then I became addicted to it. And I came home and I told the girls, and the girls was like, same thing as me. Mama, that's nasty. I was like, no, you got to try it. So we went to Okinawa's, and I had them try it. Here they are. Rosie was dying for a sushi bowl yesterday. Now here we are, sushi eating people who 2 years ago thought it was absolutely disgusting. Now, honey, we stop in that section first before we go. Like, what's in here? Do we feel like a veggie roll, some tempura? Like, what are we going to get today? But you got to introduce yourself to a different palate. Thank you, Ma. I'm glad I'm not alone. So you eat on the level of your vision. So when you desire more, you can consume more, and you eat differently. So if you're eating on the level of your vision right now, whatever you are taking in from the woods of North Carolina, absolutely. Whatever you are taking in today is the level, that's the level of your vision that you're eating on. So whatever you're taking in today, whatever you're reading, whatever you're listening to, whoever you're talking to, however you're dealing with your finances, however you're dealing with yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially, that is your level of your vision. That is what you're eating today. Now, if you consume your environment around you and you are still lacking something, you can't put your finger on it, because country people, we say, I want something good, but I don't know what it is. And then we will set out to taste everything in the house until we find what our palate wants. And sometimes you never find it. You know, that thing that says, I don't know what I want, but that's when you know change is ready to happen. When you can't quite figure it out, but this ain't working, but you ain't sure what you need to do next, you're ready for change. When you can't, it just doesn't taste the same, it doesn't feel the same, you're ready to see something different in your line of vision. You're ready to eat on a different level. So you were built to be tall. You will endanger your position if you lower your perspective. And that was talking about, I got giraffes and turtles. So a giraffe's neck, if he can't physically bend it, like he can't curve it under, that will kill him. He can lower his head to get something and come back up, but he cannot curve like we curve our neck. He doesn't have that ability. If he does that, it will kill him. So as you stand tall today in your vision, as you are looking at what you're consuming and what you're eating, and this is your safe place to try different palettes of things, different ways of thinking, a different mindset. We're not covering the same topics that we covered for 2017. I'm assuming that if you've been with the Phyllis Morning Show for 4 years, we have grown together over this 4-year period. And so now you can handle or understand or taste something different than what you're used to eating. Now, if you want more, right, then you got the Team Abundance, you got the Sister Rise Retreat. You have a different space that's going to allow you to consume more so that you can actually eat different. The Fearless Morning Show is to get your palate wet, to make you go, let me taste that sushi. You know what, JoJo, let me taste a little bit of, like, I don't like salmon. Anybody know me? Only salmon I'm about to eat is when my mama pat it out and fry it you know, and the salmon cakes, and I'm eat it with her black eyed peas and her cornbread and her greens. That used to be the only way I could eat salmon. Up until me and Tammy went to lunch, and I went to this place and they made fresh salmon cakes with fresh salmon. And I said to myself, Jojo, step outside the box just for a minute. And I tried fresh salmon for salmon cakes instead of the can. I ate my little self to death. You hear me? Now listen, I ain't gonna eat salmon any other way. It's a growth process. But that day, I ate fresh salmon. I was proud of myself. Absolutely, Margaret. Growing, moving, and shaking. So as your taste buds change, your vision is changing. If you can't quite put your finger on what ain't right and why it ain't sitting right and why you can't get the right, listen, please don't use age as a reason or as an excuse. And I hope yesterday y'all honored my Uncle Lee Ivy and had ice cream. I hope you had some fried chicken for him. I hope you honored yourself yesterday in some way in living of things. So you ain't gonna die if you taste something different. Meaning if you think something different, but did you die though? Because you thought a different thought. Did you die though because you wanted something different? And you won't. Absolutely. Come on, Joshua. Learn to gather the strength within you to break all molds. And if we're not ready to do that, friend. So I wrote a note to myself this morning as I was sitting. So when I first wake up, I get my breath and my words direction. But I was sitting there and I was thinking before I physically got out of bed. Some people are waiting on death to be free. Some people are waiting on death to be free because they assume they cannot be free in this moment. They can't be free in this life. They can't be free in their relationship. They can't be free in their finances. They can't be free with their family. They can't be free in their neighborhood. They just can't. So some people are desperately waiting for death to be free because no one has either shown them, told them, they never tasted anything different. They never thought anything different. And if they did, their environment said, you better not ever in your life think something different other than what I said before you. And so nobody ever gave them that safe space to say, you can think differently. You can taste different words. You can feel different ways. You can stand tall. You can be different than everybody in your friend, family, neighborhood, community, your church, financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You can be different in all ways, friend, and stand and live. And your freedom starts there, and you don't have to wish for death to be free. You don't have to wish for death to be free. You do not have to wish for death to be free. And some people are. They're waiting on that moment. They're waiting on that moment to be free from all the things that are holding them back. And that's not fair. That's not fair to them. It's not fair to us, the people who love them, the people who see the greatness in them. And it's hurtful to see the potential, right? Untapped, unused, rotten, going to waste. So if that's you today, I encourage you today to stand tall. Taste something different. Be different this day. Absolutely. It's like none other, Joshua. And I want you to go back on my page and start watching. Just what, matter of fact, go to the YouTube channel and watch those videos from 2017. You will watch me physically change from 2017 to now. Not only in thought, word, but in deed. Different. The words that was coming out of my mouth, there was a thing, but it was spoken differently. It wasn't as bold as it is now. And Margaret, is Margaret still on here? She can attest to that. If nobody else can, she can attest to that. Different. And there is freedom in being different, people. There's freedom in accepting yourself. So as we close out the show today, please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. This is the longest week went in a while. The quote of the day. The quote of the day. Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside of you that is greater than any obstacle. That's by C.D. Lawrence. The second quote. I am moving along my path, my life path, and progress is being made today. I am ready. So may it be. And then let me put both of these quotes in here for you guys. Sometimes you need to see them instead of people writing them, saying them. Because sometimes sometimes people need to see to believe. They don't want to believe first and then see. They want to see first and then they want to believe, which is so much more difficult. I want us to understand that part. That's seeing before you believing is way harder than believing before you see it. That's way harder. Trust me. And if you think about it, you'll agree. If you're waiting to see something before you believe it and you never see it, and then your belief is like, it was never there. It's never there. So you got to believe it first and then you shall see it. Because if you can't think it, if you can't see it, say it and know it, it's not coming. It has to know that it's welcome in your space. So if you think you're going to see it first before you believe it, it's not going to happen. The process will be long. It will be long. It will be challenging. So on this lovely day, the thought of the day is it's time to eat. You eat on the level of your vision. And when you desire more, you will consume more and you will eat differently. Okay? And as the Fearless Morning Show grows, the point of the Fearless Morning Show, the vision of the Fearless Morning Show is to introduce you to something different, to allow you a safe space to taste a new mindset, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, to say words that you never said before because you were scared to say them. That is the vision of the Fearless Morning Show. Now, when you're ready for more, we got Team Abundance. We have Sister Rise. We have journals. We have books. We have the Live Past Crazy Blueprint. Honey, we got all the things that are ready when you are ready. But first, you got to eat on the level of your vision and then figure out what. And if you're still hungry after you eat on the level of your vision, what's your next step? This is the question JoJo asking herself today. What's the next step? So here's my notebook here. This is my notebook. And it says master plan. So as I write it out today, and and this is my notebook for the I usually go through several notebooks. So this is the one for right now. As I eat differently and do things differently. That is my question for you today. So please make sure you share the show because caring is sharing. If this has helped you, please let me know. Because, honey, we're not repeating. We're not going backwards. We're only moving forward. Okay? That's where we're headed. So if this has helped, please let me know. If it has not, please leave it for somebody else who may need it, honey. More better than you. They may need it worse than you need it. Leave it for that person. And if you know somebody who needs it, costs you nothing to share. I cannot do this by myself. So for all those who share on a regular basis, I truly appreciate you. Help to share the Fearless Morning Show because I can't change the world if nobody knows that the Fearless Morning Show is here. Join me on Instagram, honey. You can follow me on Twitter. You can go to livepastcrazy.com. You can do it however you like. But as you eat on a different level, help somebody else eat on a different level. That is now your responsibility. So on this wonderful day, I want you to have the most amazing day ever. I want you to be peaceful, period, honey. I want you to do all the things, okay? But you have the most amazing day ever. And I don't want you to wait for death to be free, okay? Go be free, stand tall today. See what you could, go taste something different. physically. Go taste a different food you never tasted. And then go say a different word you've never said. Like, I'm going to be great. I am great. I am amazing. I am prosperous. I am beautiful. I am smart. Say those things. Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there's something inside of you that is greater than any obstacle. And if today is your time to eat, know that you're eating on the level of your vision. You don't like what you're eating, friend. Change it out. Eat something differently. Fearless Morning Show is your place to try new palettes of things, to try new things. So as you eat differently, you will desire more. And maybe more is not coming because you've been eating on this level for so long, your body used to it. Maybe you need to eat something different to take you somewhere different. And if you're built to be tall, know that lowering your perspective will endanger you. Lowering your perspective will endanger you. Don't put your life in danger. So as you are free, and this is your safe space to try different things here on the Fearless Morning Show, when you're ready for more, Team Abundance is waiting. Sister Rise Retreat, which is coming up October the 15th through the 17th, is coming up. Honey, the Fearless Morning Show notebook will be ready for pre-order today. When you're ready for more will make itself available for you. When you're ready to eat something different, eating different foods will make itself available to you. And the most amazing things will happen. So please don't wait for death to be free. Okay? If your current situation is killing you softly, change your situation. And we talked about that last week, that you can immediately change your environment. You can cause a disruption. You can cause a revolution in your current environment right now with this. And when it clicks in here, oh, I'm about to burn some, then the revolution begins, my friend. Set some shit on fire, burn it up, tear it up, honey, step over it and move past it. Your healing takes place as fast or as slow as you want it to. It all begins here. So I said I was ending, but I felt like I needed to say that. Please make sure you share the show. Don't forget, we have over 500 shows now over on the Fearless Morning Show. I am loading them daily. Don't forget the podcast, Pandora, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, on 14 different platforms. Wherever podcasts are found, we have 7 books, so grab any of them on Amazon.com. Honey, please make sure you do that. If not, share the movie, The Last Time with Mr. Tommy Ford. And if they don't do that, tell them I said Grand Rising. It's going to be the most amazing, miraculous day. So in honor of my Uncle Lee Ivy, honey, go be free today. Stand tall and try something different. And I'll see you guys here bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.